Whoa, okay. Dream time, huh? Good morning. And, or good afternoon. I don't even know what time it is, but either way. Man, I had a dream. Well, I think everyone has a dream, right? At least once in your lifetime, everyone has a dream. Some people live by their dreams. But I don't really think that dreams really do much unless you pursue it. You do something. And to do something, I think you have to... I have to wake up, get some coffee in me. So I think you have to be passionate about it. To want to do something about your dream or anything like this. So let's walk down here. Anyways, how are you all doing? Welcome to my show again. And I want to talk to you today. I've had a lot on my mind about something. And basically what it is I'll show you how to start up a stove. You have to turn the gas on here. And then you turn the switch on, and then you push the little thing, and bam, it lights up. So basically what you want to do this is, because there's chlorine in most of your water systems, like city water and stuff. And this isn't what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to wasting a little bit of time. So it's always good to boil your water, because boiling cleans it out. And then also, if you have chlorine, it evaporates in 24 hours pretty much. So if there's even if you put something like this, a jug, and do this. So I boiled this water last night, so you have fresh water, and it doesn't have all the chlorine and shit and chemicals in it it still has chemicals, but the boiled water at least cleans it out if you don't have a filter system. So anyways, my dream, or I should say my passion in life, is to have freedom. I feel that freedom is the most passionate thing that any human could have. Birds, animals, anybody. You look at all the animals in cages and stuff, and what a sad life they live, we go and we mock them, or we go and we can look at their beauty or something, but we don't even acknowledge photographers that spend their time and effort going to try to take pictures or videos of animals. No, we'd rather go to a zoo with captive animals. And I think even now is kind of what's going on in the world with the corona. And I understand safety and stuff, but we're living in this captive world. And I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it. I'm all about freedom, doing as I wish, as long as I don't do no harm to others. And if you're sick or something, but honestly, anyone that is sick isn't going to be going out anyways, getting other people sick. You're going to be laying down and bed resting. And everyone else, thinks well, what about all the doctors and hospitals and staff and these areas, or the military getting off their aircraft carriers and coming in, and they're sick? Well, they're passing by other people, so no matter what, you're never going to stop this sickness. And I like freedom, and I'm very passionate about freedom. If you see my videos, you see how free I am, see how much I do, see how much I want to do in my life. And so just to let you know is we're talking about aircraft carriers and ships and stuff. So my dream is basically, or my passion, I need to call it my passion, is basically that I want to have everyone free. Not just me. I want everyone to feel free as free as I am. And to do this, it's getting more difficult in the world. People are getting on lockdowns. The government is talking about famines, and the people are losing jobs and the economy is crashing, and everyone's relying on this capitalist world of work. What do you get in your life? You hardly get anything. I mean, honestly, okay, you get a phone, you get a car, or you get a house or something, but typically more than half the people owe money to the bank, and you work for 30, 40 years of your life, and you get what? What do you get in your life? The backaches and cancer and stress and not being happy, And so anyways, I have this idea that, I've always had this idea, kind of like I've always had an idea of like thinking about what if you own your own land. And a lot of people do this. They move to Alaska or something. You can buy super cheap forest land in Alaska. I'm talking cheap, like acres for less than $1,000, and you can buy 5-10 acres of forest land. There's nobody else around, so you can use all the land you want, technically, if you wanted to. So it's a good idea, but Alaska is pretty cold, so you'd have to get used to that, and you would have to build up. It would take a long time to build your cabin and to cut up firewood and things like this. It would take many seasons to do. I mean, you couldn't, unless you had a bundle of people to go and help you all at one time. But anyways, I've always had these ideas of like living free, buying an island all to myself, or buying a plot of land, and land is not cheap, and the world is becoming harder to make money, and things and prices keep soaring up, going up and up and up. It's like nothing is normal anymore. So I have this idea that what about if you bought a ship? And you don't even have to buy a ship. There is hundreds, maybe thousands of ships sitting in the oceans, especially like under the south of Saudi Arabia, on the east coast of Africa. There's so many ships, hundreds and hundreds of ships sitting there, abused, abandoned, never going to be used again. You can just go pick one of these up. And I mean, okay, yeah, you would have to try to figure out a way to bring it to where you want to. But if you have the passion about something and the help of many other people, then many things can be done. You can put up sails on it. You can put up solar panels and troll the boat just a little bit of a speed and troll it somewhere. Yeah, it might take you months or something to get somewhere, but this can be done. And I was thinking that, man, these ships are massive. Have you ever been on a cruise line ship? A party boat, big cruise line from Carnival, or one of these big companies, Walt Disney World or something. These cruise ships are massive, and these ships, like old oil tankers or old gas tankers, or a big massive ship like this, we're talking 900 feet long. We're talking 100 foot wide, 200 feet tall. If you calculated that just on one floor, there can be an average of a 3-bedroom house, 1,200 square foot home, or 1,000 square foot home, that could be on one level up to like, I forget my calculation, something like 15 foot tall. So this would be, you would have 13 levels going to 200, and there would be 75 homes, 3-bedroom houses on one floor of these ships. Okay? That's over 900 homes on a ship. That's large amounts of people. I mean, you count, okay, if a house has 5 people, 900 times 5. Wow. That's a lot of people. So we're talking thousands of people on a boat. What can thousands of people do? Look at all the stuff that's happening, like in like Nevada, Arizona, these places where they're setting up their own homemade homes where everything is ran off of solar panels and wind, and they're getting all used items from the junkyards and trash fields and garbage bins and cheap places of pawn shops or something like this, and they're building their own ecosystems. They're building their own homes to survive off of strictly just no electric, no money, no nothing. You have gardens, and you have solar panels and wind and all this stuff. Is just amazing of what they're doing. If you haven't seen anything, then I recommend, I can't remember the show's names, but I recommend you can type it in like on YouTube, eco homes of Nevada, or people living off the grid is what they usually call it. And people are doing this massively right now as we speak, because people are getting tired of the government. People are awakening up about a lot of things, and people just want their freedoms back. So I was thinking, like, if you had this massive ship and you built all this stuff with thousands of people on the boat, could you imagine what you can do? Imagine how much freedom you have. So I started thinking about it, and just thinking like, okay, what about what could be done on the boat? What would be happening? Always turn off your gas stove also, because could kill you if you're breathing it in, even though this home has like no windows. Anyways, so I was thinking, like, man, you can like make your own country. You have thousands of people on this boat living off the grid, doing what you want, having total freedom. You can be naked on the boat. You can be free-spirited. You can do anything you wanted on this boat. You can have a school system. You can have a farming system. You can have a medical system. And you can train all these people. And we have the internet. We have YouTube. We have people that can easily study this, read books and pass it on to other people. We can have school centers into this massive ship. And I mean, we can just have people go to school over the basics of our necessities: how to grow food, how to cure the human body, how to make solar panels, how to generate free electric, wind turbines, even water turbines, or anything like this. We can figure things out. We can work together as one big massive team. I mean, if you have 1,000 people, you can do so much activities and so much. Look at all the money and stuff. If 1,000 people had a home and they wanted to do this, something like this, and they sold their home at $100,000, man, that's a lot of money. We're talking, you can generate millions of dollars by people, of if they wanted to do something like this and live together and be unity of, and be away from society and all this recklessness of evil capitalism. And we can live in a free society. So I was thinking, like, okay, then there would have to be like some rules and stuff. So I basically came up with like 3 rules. Number 1 rule would be that respect. We respect everything, living and non-living. So that means, don't break something, don't harm somebody, don't hurt anybody, don't do anything like this. But then I was thinking, okay, there's always going to be somebody that is going to do something bad. So we should act accordingly, as far as if somebody does something that is against a rule or a guideline or something like this, there should be some kind of repercussion. And I feel that, okay, if everyone's working together in this whole formality, then there should be that the people should vote on whatever they want to do. If they want to, it would be their own vote. There could be many different things. If someone's stealing, if they want to lock them in a cabin for 30 days and never see daylight, whatever they want to do, and they work together as a team. And, if somebody harms somebody in some way, what could they do to that? Have them walk on glass rocks. Or glass or something. It's just whatever idea they want to do. I'm just thinking these off the top of my mind, But there would be a community of everyone working together. This would be, the So the third law would be that you would have to live your life in full spirit. So basically, I don't want no religions there. I don't want people having some kind of mentality that they must obey this or do something or have some kind of fear embedded in them. No, I don't want this. I want free spirit. So that would have to be like a rule or a law there or whatever. And everyone would live free spirited and have to obey by this. If they wanted to be naked or something like this all day long. So that maybe there might be like, the ship is huge. I mean, we're talking massive. If you go on like a Carnival cruise ship, it takes, 30 minutes, an hour to walk from one ship to the other side. I mean, these ships are massive, So you can easily like have one ship being like, okay, this is the nudist side, and the other ship is more the reasonable, comfortable side to other people's feelings. And but this would give a boundary of how much free spirit somebody wants to be and how much somebody wants to kind of hold it back. And but I just would want people to be free spirited, to think of ways and dreams and passions about something and actually come to it. Maybe there could be like a classroom for this where people actually work towards something. Could you imagine what people and ideas and things that can come together if people work together on this? I mean, look at what we have going in science labs and laboratories and stuff with only 10, 15 people working. Imagine thousands of people working together. So this is an idea that I came up with. I've always wanted to be free, and I know many other people do, and I know many people are getting tired of living by these government regulations and not being able to even go to work now. And it's becoming a really sad world, and I think it's only going to get worse and worse. So I came up with this idea. I thought about it, I dream about it, and I have passion about it. I would really like to do it, but I'm pretty much broke. I don't really have much money. I have a little bit of money, but not much. But I have lots of ideas. I have lots of knowledge about so much: how to build a house, how to work on boats, how electric works. I have so much knowledge about things. So I was also thinking about that too, that I don't want a bunch of rich people on this boat. I don't want a bunch of people that just have money and only care about money to come on this boat. Oh, I want to live free. No, I would like to give everybody a chance. So this would be the more of like the free spirited and the ideas of kind of like how I would talk about this. Like, for instance, not everyone has money. So if somebody wants to come on the boat, what do you have to give? You have knowledge, you know how to do something, you work really hard, you want to put in effort. So then I was thinking, okay, then how would the stabilization of the boat go? Of course, you're not going to be having 3-bedroom homes on this boat. It would be more considered like a Carnival cruise line, but you can probably have a nice big area, and but it would be more like a village type of a boat where everyone works together, everyone lives together, everyone knows their neighbor's name, everyone knows everybody's name on the boat, or ship, I should say. So I was thinking like, okay, if somebody didn't have money, but they at least have the opportunity to want to live this free life, that maybe they want to put in the time and effort. Maybe they know an invention. Maybe they know how to work on human bodies. Maybe they know how to cure something. And these ideas where we would be all working kind of together. I mean, look at like the religion of Scientology, of how fast it's growing, and it's one of the richest religions in the world now. Believe this or not, man, they own so much land. You can look this up on Google, that they own so much land. It's incredible how much richness they are, and they're buying up all the land. They own so much land, buying up whole cities and stuff. And so I'm thinking like, if everyone has this free spirit, if everyone wants to do everything together, work together, it can be done. So many people are just like me and very passionate about having their freedoms, and even passionate about even an idea, something like this, and they want to do it. So I don't really know the first steps. I'm really busy with so much stuff, but I wanted to make this video, see maybe what other people think, see if there's a platform I can get on or something like this. So please comment or share this video so I can better understand how I can maybe pursue my passion. And I hope other people can follow some kind of guideline like this too, because I would really, really hate for the whole world to be captive inside their own four-walled, dimensions of hell for long, long times. It sucks. Jails suck. Prison systems suck. Even your homes sometimes sucks. And this is why so many people want to leave, do things, and feel free. And you can feel free on a massive ship like this, and so much can be done. We can even maybe board to a big island or something where no one lives on it, so we can grow more crops or have more farmland or anything. But I mean, we're talking these massive ships where thousands of people can live, thousands of residents could be there, and it would be something so impressive. And if even worst to worst, or not worst to worst, but best to best came, that if we got so massively big, we get another boat and tie it onto the other boat. It's that simple. So, we can make this whole entire city have our own laws, our own rules, our own guidelines, and at most, we have our own 100% freedom, and that's my passion about life. And I hope that you get this passion too, because life, you are not living your life if you have not done something wrong, if you're not struggling, if you haven't fallen down to your feet. You're not living your life. Life is all about falling and getting back up and trying something different and doing something different and having a passion. And this passion is called freedom, because let alone, it's very, very hard to do any of this when you're stuck in four walls. So take care. Keep watching. I have so many of my other videos. Soon I'll have hundreds, maybe thousands. And I also have big blog, so you can look up my blog on forestdestiny.wordpress.com. All this is information under my name tag and under my about me and stuff. I also really write a lot of things in my information and descriptions in my videos, so be sure to read them. I know a lot of people overlook that, but you should read it. You should read people, what they say, and further investigate anything. So, okay. So take care. Have a great day, and cheers.